Most print-on-demand sellers are forced to shut down on December 15th. Not because they want to, but because they have to. Their production times, their shipping delays, things like that, they just cannot promise Christmas delivery any longer. They are basically turning away money while desperate buyers are throwing their credit cards at the screens, basically just trying to buy some gifts. Meanwhile, last year, in the same December 15th to December 25th period, I made $9,148.30 just from FBA, which I'll get into. That was part of over $30,000 in that 10-day period in sales, but $9,000 was from inventory that I had sent in weeks earlier, didn't have to touch, didn't have to worry about. And that is the power of being ready when everybody else has to quit. Quick note, what I'm about to share with you, these are my results. Are going to, of course, vary based on products and competition and costs, but the opportunity is real. I am Rachel Rofe. If you are watching this right now, especially if it's still early November, you're about to learn an FBA strategy that captures a lot of these high-paying buyers that print-on-demand sellers just can't serve. Now, print-on-demand for most of Q4, it's amazing. I love it. It's where most of my $30,000 came from in that 10-day period. And usually I make over six figures during December. But that December 15th to the 25th is when made to order can become your biggest weakness, because those last minute shoppers are not comparing prices at that point. They're not shopping around. They just have one question, which is, can it get here by Christmas? Normally, let's say it's December 10th, most sellers are putting these scary disclaimers on their page like order by December 10th for Christmas delivery, and then on December 11th, their sales fall off a cliff, right? But the thing is, as I said, the shopping does not stop. It's actually intensifying. So December 15th onward is when the real buying panic is happening. These are not your casual shoppers that are comparing 5 different candles or mugs. They're people who just remembered they forgot Aunt Susan, or their kid just told them about a Secret Santa gift exchange. And those buyers will pay anything for speed. I've seen people pay $39 for a mug that might normally sell for $20. Not because it's better, but because it has that beautiful Prime badge that says get it by December 23rd. If you're watching this when I'm first posting this video, you can still position yourself to get all of that desperate holiday money. These last minute shoppers, these are not going to be your normal shoppers. They're just operating in pure panic mode. They're sitting there December 20th, maybe they're scrolling through Amazon and they're seeing all this stuff that says processing time 5 to 7 days. They're doing the math in their heads. They're realizing it's not gonna make it. They don't care if your design is slightly better than somebody else's. They don't care if you have 10,000 5-star reviews. They care about one thing, which is that delivery date. When they see the ships by or the Prime badge, their credit card comes out so fast. There's no price comparison. They're not checking other shops. They're not reading reviews. They're finding something that works. It's going to arrive in time. They are sold. Now, think about it. If you are doing made to order, even if you could somehow promise that Christmas delivery by December 20th, would you want to? Because you would be so stressed, probably like rushing orders, worrying if people are going to make it. Your print provider might not even accept the order. Now, if you're working with Custom Happy, they're pretty good, but I'm just saying it's stressful. So when you send the things into FBA, Amazon is holding your inventory for you. So the FBA, for those of you that don't know, it's when you have products, you send them to Amazon ahead of time versus being made to order. And so Amazon's holding the inventory. The products on Amazon have the Prime badge. And so when a customer buys it, Amazon takes it from their warehouse and then ships it to your customer. So they're handling everything. So if someone's ordering 11 p.m. on December 22nd, you're not stressed. You're watching sales roll in while you're drinking hot chocolate. I've got more to say, but if you're getting value from this so far, hit that subscribe button. I share strategies like this every week that some people would charge thousands for in courses. Now, let's talk about what you should actually send to Amazon. Because of course you don't want to just guess and then sit there with inventory in January. Obviously, first would be the obvious winner. So if you already have bestsellers, these are going to be your no-brainers. So whatever has been crushing it on October and November throughout the year, send those in because your proven designs are proven for a reason. Maybe you're newer or you want to test some fresh designs. In that case, here are some criteria that I've used in the past that work really well. First, I love to use Everbee to find out what's got real demand on Etsy. They are sponsoring this video, but I do use them and I love them. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see it'll tell you prices of items, how many sales, you can do it by last month, last 12 months, the growth, trends, all this kind of information. And so it really takes the guesswork out pretty completely. So I'll drop a link below to that if you want to check it out. You can also go on Amazon and look for search results that have under 3,000. So let me show you here. Okay, as an example here, I just plugged into Amazon funny bowler mug. You can see we have 103 results. So I love when there's less than 3,000. Here I did put in quotes just to show you. Then I like to open up the mugs or candles or whatever it is and look at the bestseller ranking. So the bestseller ranking is going to tell you how well a product is selling. So what you do is you scroll down in item details. You can see here this is number 287,000. So that means number 1 is the best selling product in that category. 500,000 means it's still selling every once in a while. And then because remember, there's millions of mugs. For this, I feel like this is pretty good. I like to find a couple in the top 500,000. So there's one example. And then here's the next one. Do we have another one in the top 500,000? We do. This is 310,000, which is great. And here's another one, World's Okayest Bowler is at 343,000. So this is really good. We've got something that has not that much competition, and we've got multiple ones that are selling in the top 500,000. So now the other cool thing that I'm noticing is there's not a lot of Prime options. 2 items about funny bowler mug that actually have the Prime badge. So we actually got lucky really quick here. Usually you have to do some kind of digging, unless you were lucky enough to get into the software that I put out last year for 100 people that kind of automated this. But what's really good about this is we see there's not a lot of competition, there's multiple people purchasing it, and there's not that much competition that's been sent into Amazon Prime. So that's kind of great. And what's awesome, by the way, is Custom Happy has lots of different products. I'm showing you mugs, but you can do this with ornaments and pillowcases and shirts and travel mugs. There's lots of different things, candles. I don't own that company anymore. I sold it, but I still use them for sending in FBA orders and testing out new products and things like this. So you've got lots of options that you can send in. The key really is going to be that Prime badge. So it's so much easier if it's a mug, if it's a garden flag, whatever it is. If you have that Prime badge and people like it, it's going to sell. Now, how many should you send in? So the way that the FBA works, if you're in Low Hanging System, inside my course Low Hanging System, we have a detailed training. I'll have a link to that underneath here. If you want to start, it just depends on your risk tolerance, I would say. If you have something that's already a bestseller, do what you want, but I'd personally sell in more. But even if you want to just test, you could start with 36 units of one product as an example. Another cool thing about Custom Happy, you could send in, let's say, just 12 or just 6 or whatever if you just want to test some things. Now, by the way, I'm pretty sure Custom Happy at the time this video is coming out is going to have a sale on FBA items. They don't even know I'm making this video. I'll link to all of their FBA products, but I would definitely check it out and see what you can send in before the Amazon FBA cutoff dates. Amazon doesn't let you send in inventory all year long, so December 1st is the cutoff for things to be shipped to FBA. So you want to get your orders into Custom Happy like a week or two before December 1st so that they can make them and get them shipped to Amazon and everything can still be done and verified. If you haven't yet sent in FBA, again, inside Low Hanging System, we've got a full training for that. Go through, you can just choose whatever type of, in this case, mug, but you can do all the different products. You upload the designs that you want. There's going to be barcodes. Again, this is all inside Low Hanging System if you don't know, or you can watch YouTube videos if you don't have the course, but we did make it pretty simple. But anyway, you can go through anything, add to cart, and then send it in. While those are being produced, you can make sure your Amazon listings are getting even better. So you can use the keywords, let's say you found with Everbee. You can add in some bullets. You don't have to, especially when it comes time into like deep Christmas. But if you want to go through and add some bullet points in the back end, maybe you found things on Everbee, or even if you just do like perfect last minute gift arrives by December 25th in the back end, that can give you a little bit search engine boost. And then after Custom Happy ships to Amazon, it's usually going to be like 3 to 5 days for Amazon to produce the item. And then you are live with Prime shipping while everybody else has to shut down soon after. When Custom Happy sends your stuff to Amazon FBA, then Amazon has the product. So you don't really have to do much after that. It's sent in Amazon's warehouses, no middleman, no storing boxes in your garage or anything like that. Quick comment break. What products are you guys thinking about sending in? Feel free to read it. I do read these comments. I love when you guys comment. I'd be curious to see what you're thinking of sending in. Let's make this super, super actionable, because the information, I want to make sure that you're walking away with something, not just entertainment. So if you are watching this in November, here's exactly what you should do. Number one, I would pick your products. So you can either use your proven bestsellers, you can use Everbee to give you some kind of support. You can manually search on Amazon, but you don't have to spend a ton of time on this because analysis paralysis can kill a lot more businesses than bad decisions. Next, you go to Custom Happy. I'll have the link underneath this with the information. You can order a few units to test or do more if you're confident, and then make sure that you select the FBA fulfillment so that it goes directly to Amazon. You don't want to overthink this, especially with these kind of smaller quantities. The worst case is that you learn something. The best case is that you sell through this inventory. Step 3, while that's printing, either set up your Amazon listings or you can add some stuff to the back end. So you can focus your titles and bullets on like gift giving and fast shipping and things like that. The customers are not going to be reading your whole description. They're scanning for, will this work as a gift and will this arrive on time? So that's it, 3 steps. You could really start to have this set up before lunch or before dinner, depending on when you're watching this. If you really do want to shortcut this process, last year I put together a small FBA course. It includes my training on finding winners. There's kind of a full comprehensive video. There's 100 FBA opportunities that I researched last year. So they were active selling products with low competition and prime gaps. There's an entire spreadsheet. All of those exact opportunities from last year, they might not be perfect, but they'll show you exactly what to look for. So it's kind of like having me over your shoulder, pointing out the winners. The course was more expensive, but because it's from last year, I'm going to reduce the price just so you can, if you want, you can get access to the video, to the old spreadsheet, just again to see kind of what we were looking for. I'm making it just $7, so it's basically free for what you're getting, just if you want some more information. If you already have the low-hanging system course, then you're already ahead of the game, because we do have the detailed FBA training. You can ask questions inside the Facebook group, and of course there's the advanced strategies there. Now, most sellers will watch this video, they'll think that's smart, and then do nothing, and then they might be the same ones complaining about slow sales after December 15th, while hopefully you are the one that is going to be catching all their customers and raking in the prime sales. Imagine it's Christmas Eve, you grab your phone, you're seeing sale after sale notification. While everyone else's shops are basically closed, you'll still be selling. That December 24th at 11 p.m. order could still make it. That is the beauty of being prepared. So don't be most sellers. Custom Happy sale is happening now. I'll put the $7 link below with the 100 opportunities if you just want some kind of ideas on what was working. It's still the same kind of principle. And then again, that's it, 3 steps. You could literally have this whole thing set up before lunch. Hope this was helpful. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you have further questions, or I'll have all the links below. Have an amazing rest of your day.